Ever wonder what it would feel like being alone in a huge empty complex without any guarantee that you'll get out of there? Do you ever feel that unnerving feeling that there's somebody constantly watching you? Well, keep watching this video to see if The Complex is that kind of game you're looking for. So there was this video on YouTube called The Backrooms Found Footage, where a guy stumbled upon a huge empty building and he just wandered around the area and recorded his experience using a handheld VHS camera. The video eventually garnered millions of views and instantly became a cult classic. So The Complex is a video game that lets you be in the shoes of the person recording the found footage inside this huge complex. The graphics are impressive to say the least. It really feels like you're inside a huge mall or office area where there are lots of rooms to explore. The goal is to find an elevator that leads to another huge complex or set of rooms, and explore that, then find yet another elevator until you finally get to the last room and see what awaits. It's easy to get lost in this maze, but as long as you try to go in one direction, you'll eventually get to the elevator. In a nutshell, that's basically the gameplay. But even though you know that there's nothing there, you can't help but shake the feeling that you're not alone. That somebody is watching you, so you get this feeling that you have to stay vigilant most of the time and look at the empty spaces around you. Attaining this level of immersion is not an easy task. The developers did a great job of rendering the walls of the area to be so realistic as to provide the creepy atmosphere as if it's being seen through the lens of a VHS camera. It's so surreal. The game wants you to experience this feeling of loneliness that you somewhat create in your mind while you wander around this huge open space, and it ends up being somewhat scarier than other jump scares or horrific scenes that you can encounter in other games of this genre. There's always this feeling that somebody is looking at you. That never-ending sense of suspense that something might come out and attack you at any given moment. But if you're expecting a jump scare or two, then you might want to pass on this game. This is more of an experimental game where there's nothing happening. You're basically just wandering around a creepy looking area looking for a way out. That might sound a bit simplistic, but it's not about the jump scares or the ghost that haunts this place if ever there is one. The Complex is about the feeling it induces onto you of being alone. It's the feeling of being lost and helplessness. Some might think that's a boring idea, but for others, it can be a intense, engaging, but somewhat suffocating experience. There's this constant question in our mind that says, is there an exit, or am I in this complex forever? And that is a scary thought right there. The game did a great job of emulating the video. It's very realistic, and it feels like you're really inside the game. So we were wondering if there was ever going to be a VR version of this game. Now that would be really scary, wouldn't it? Last but not least, the sound design is amazing. Although it's very simplistic in nature, the fact that they can emulate the sound of walking and running as it's being heard through the recording of a camera is astounding. So if you listen carefully, you can hear the sound of the mic picking up the wind while you run. The fact that they even thought of this is a testament to the careful attention to detail that the developers provided. Overall, The Complex is a scary cult classic. It's faithful to its source material and will induce the feeling of loneliness that scares most of us. And it's a perfect way for you to experience a video yourself. We definitely recommend you play it. Have you guys played The Complex Found Footage? What are your favorite creepy video games and what other games do you want us to cover? Let us know in the comments down below. Till then, this is Game8 Information Station, signing off.